Welcome back to the F123 My Team save here on F123. We are at Monza today, which is one of my personal weakest circuits. Not only that, it is predominantly straight line speed orientated, and you know what the situation is with the Mercedes and the straight line speed of that car. So I either have to run very low downforce or just accept that we're not going to be challenging for a win in this Grand Prix, which is not great considering my gap to Lewis is only 9 points and to George is only 12. The three-way title fight is strong. Pierre is now over 100 points, which is great, and he's getting his way up the charts, but he's nowhere near where he needs to be, really. I think we are going to replace Pierre Gasly at the end of this season, but who with? I don't know. I see the comments, the call for Senna quite regularly in the comment section on YouTube, so maybe we throw a curveball in and hire Ayrton Senna as our driver for next season. We'll wait and see. I'm going to need to save some money for that, though. That's for damn sure. So we need to raise some more resource points. We'll do that, and then we can maybe put drag reduction on. That should significantly help with our straight line speed as well. 3 days is all we're waiting for the front downforce too. 8 days for the rear. So we should be past the whole reached capacity of that department thing by the end of this race weekend towards the next one. So Monza now, as you can see from the weather, and behind me the race is a big fat sunshine, so it's dry throughout. A little bit of overcast cloudiness on quali day, but it's going to be dry throughout, which is good for me because with no traction on, any wet running is going to be really difficult. Monza's going to be tough, but I shall give it my best shot, and who knows, maybe with some strategy or some safety car curveballs, we might just see something positive happen. Aiming for a P3 at best. We have, of course, finished third twice in a row now, so see if we can do that again at least, shall we? Of course, as ever, drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and come and join me on Twitch and watch these live. Quick practice done. Another 1,600 resource points in the back pocket, which will surely be spent on that drag reduction option as soon as it's available to be done with the department capacity, etc. So I was P6 in practice when I did my quali run, but a full 9/10 or so of Pierre, who was P1. I'm not expecting to even challenge for a podium based on that, and certainly I might even struggle to get into Q3 based on my experiences so far on track. So wish me luck, because I think I'm very much going to need it around Monza. This is probably going to be one of the worst races of the entire season, but I might be proved wrong. 18.5 has me P19. Oh my lord. We are in trouble at Monza. In significant trouble at Monza. Holy moly. This is not going to be good. Oh, I might not even make it out of Q1. I might not even make it out of Q1. Pray for me, gents. I'm going to need it. I'm not going to improve. I'm not going to improve. My lap time's improved, but that's going to be P20 something. P20. I suck at this track, and the AI are crazy strong at this track. And that is the toughest qualifying of this season so far, by a long shot. 1:18.3 is, by a mile, the fastest lap I've put in all weekend. And Jesus Christ, I'm lost. Absolutely lost around Monza. We will be probably taking maximum grid penalties here, because I'm just going to take a new everything, I think. Oh, I do like that that new Ferrari kit, though. Race suit. Well, we hope that maybe some others have taken some penalties. Maybe. Lando on pole. Max P2. Lando on pole was recovered then from Zandvoort. Belgium, he was rapid. Zandvoort, he was terrible and retired. And here, he's rapid again. Lewis P4, Russell P5, Gasly P6. I am going to be very, very, very far behind Russell and Hamilton in the World Championship after this round. I'm not sure if I put the highlight in or not, but I've taken a new everything for Monza, and I don't think it's going to make any sort of difference whatsoever. So I'm the only one taking a penalty. I've taken like a 60+ screen penalty, and I'm basically starting from back in Silverstone, effectively, is the amount of penalties that we've taken here. But I'll do what I can in the race, but geez Louise, this is going to be tough. A lot of hard runners at the front, lots of soft runners at the back. Basically, I think I've got to start on the softs, because I have to keep up with those in front. I have to keep up with them. If I get lost at the back and don't have DRS on everyone, then I really am screwed. Medium hard is only 3 and a bit seconds late, 3 and a bit seconds slower. But I think I have to start on the softs to ensure I don't get absolutely dropped and lost. We'll take an extra lap of fuel out there. So we'll run 6 laps worth of extra fuel. Be very easy to save fuel at the end of the straight, won't it? So that's the strategy we'll go with. Soft, medium, but I may well go soft, hard. We shall wait and see how things progress. Hopefully, the tyres last and my pace is decent, but I am going to be rubbish here. So you're in for an indifferent one here, I think, at Monza. Thankfully, it's the shortest race of the season because it's so flat out so much of the time, and the pain will be as short as possible. But it is going to be painful. 5 lights on, and off we go. Oh, lots of wheel spin. Iwasa on hards will be quite slow. Zhou on hards, equally so. But you can see the difference in the straight line spin. I really don't know where to brake, so I'm just going to... This is the 3rd time trying to do the start, because this happens here. And it's just not great. Still P22. Right, now we're safely around the first chicane. Now we'll try and do what we can around the second. Probably all going to back up again, but I'll try and get around Iwasa if I can. On the hard tyre, he's going to brake early. And we'll get up the inside of him. Yay! P21, we're not last anymore. Oh, I think we might be soon, though. Yeah, focusing for the rest of the race, sir. Here we go. Pit lap 19, apparently. I'm at the limiter. I literally can't go any faster. Try and take one. Oh, Lance. Thankfully he saw me coming. Well, we're done, Sergeant. P20. Pull and overtake a lap and we'll be in first in no time. Stroll's going to go defensive. He is. Oh, okay then. Actually, it stopped a bit quicker than I thought it was going to. That's P19. I thought I was going straight into the back of Zhou there, but somehow we're able to slow it down. I do need to get back within DRS range though, so here we go. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. K-Mag slow on the apex. Oh, nearly contact between K-Mag and Zhou. Zhou had to get out the throttle. He's on the hard tyres too, as is K-Mag actually. But look at that slipstream.
Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use
With 3 wide. Piastri's going to box me in. I'm going to have to get out the throttle and I'm going to go the inside. Am I? No. Yes, no, I don't know. I crashed. This feels like season 1. This is a proper throwback. I think even season 1 we weren't this bad at Monza. We might have been. I might have DNF'd at Monza. I can't remember. 13% wear on the rear tyres after 3 laps. What is life? 13% on the rear after 3 laps. There's no way I one-stop this. Not a chance. Oh! Liam Lawson's facing the wrong way. Liam Lawson going to go round. Bye. Oh, God!
Green flag.
Safety car.
Safety car. No overtaking. Reduce your
Magnussen with a 5-second penalty.
Positive as we form up.
Okay,
watch your pace.
I might just box for hards.
Car is out. There appears to have been an issue with multiple stock vehicles on the track.
I genuinely might just stop for hards. Is he out? No, he's still going.
Right, Drop your
Oh,
speed,
too
Abdel.
fast.
Just
I think I
2
might
laps
pit
of
for
penalty,
hards.
penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Because these softs are... I can't believe how quickly the softs are running out. That's insane. The tyre wear's so high. You must just be able to run them, like, really, really long. I'm pretty sure I'm going to box for hards. Magnussen's got a 5-second penalty. Zhou's got a 5-second penalty. Stroll's got a 5-second penalty. Presumably all for just bumping into other people. Severe collision, yeah. I'll go to mediums at the end. Just got to be ready to go at any point. We're off. We're off. Get that slipstream. Oh my god.
If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do.
This is going to be chaos. I'm going to go defensive so that I'm up the inside of some others. Do I get Sargent? I can get up the inside of Sargent here without clouting into Iwasa. Around the outside of Sargent maybe as he gets across the curb. There you go. Okay, P20 again. Oh, nearly. I thought put your foot down and maybe get him under traction. Nope. That nearly failed miserably and put me in a wall. When do I brake now? Gents, you're kind of making us lose ground on everybody else, if you don't mind. DRS from next lap. We'll use a bit of battery to try and get past Iwasa. The thing is, I'm going to run into the back of Zhou if I'm not careful. Give him racing room around the outside. There we go. That's us in front of Iwasa and Stroll. Stroll on the medium should have some pace, actually. Need to get back within a second of those in front. Lando's racing away in P1 at the minute. The boy is quick. The two in front do have grid pens. Not grid pens. Race penalties, so we don't need to worry too much about them. The two in front of Zhou are going to be slow. Magnussen and Lawson. As they battle one another. No, their race, AO race pace isn't that mad. Certainly not as bad as quali. Actually able to battle a little bit with some of these guys. Which makes it at least not just 53 laps of running around in last place. I have had that before at, was it Canada a couple of years ago in the rain when I was on the wheel? I literally just spent the entire Grand Prix in last, going round, a minute behind everybody else. Staying within DRS range is going to be so important. Because it's just a mad DRS train, like from where I am in 19th all the way to Gasly now. In like P5.
Trailing our teammate by 4.4 seconds.
4 seconds from 5th to 19th. Because of this. Got the inside of Zhou. Around the outside of Zhou. Need to brake earlier for Lesmo 1, I think. Now, I've no DRS here, so I'm going to have to use a bit of battery to stay with everyone. They're going to be dead slow through here because they're all side by side. Look at that. Ooh! Out the throttle. Nearly straight up the backside of Lawson. Hoi, oi, oi. That was nervy. Now, his softs are going to be really dead now, surely. If they're anything like mine were prior to the safety car. He's going to be in trouble soon. Nobody else in the pits yet, though. Double overtake. Double overtake. Not very much. Wary of Lawson on the inside. It's P16. Try and catch up with those in front now. Slowly but surely. We might be able to make it to the points. Maybe. Lawson will have a go at Piastri, because Piastri's out of DRS range in front. He is. I'm going to have to go slowly. Sneak around the outside of Lawson. Oh, but then I'm off balance, I was going to say. The car is unsettled and I couldn't get the throttle pedal down. But there you go. P16 again. And wide in the Parabolica. And P17 again, maybe. No, just got the legs. Just got the legs. Probably because of tyre wear more so than anything else. We're going to be faster than those hard runners. Sorry, than those soft runners now. That we're on the hards. Give him extra room because he's going to go deep. Right, P15. Now with quite some gap in front to then Gasly's train again. See if we can close it down. I can use quite a lot of battery here, to be fair, to do so. That's within DRS range. This is why it's so important to stay within DRS range, why I had to start on the softs. I was able to make the change to the hards because of the safety car. Because I then had a tyre advantage on those soft runners, which is why we're still able to keep pace. If I'd have started on the hards and then not pit, I probably would have dropped right off the back. Okay, so there's now 2 trains. There's the Gasly train. Oh my god, and then there's the Dennis Hauger train. I don't know what happened with Hauger there. I might have to look at that back. What happened with Dennis Hauger here? Did he just go wide, or did they catch him and nudge him? I'm not sure. He just locked up and ran wide, and then swung back in front of the Alpine. That was dangerous. From Dennis, but never mind. You see, look at the gap behind. Piastri and Magnussen are just falling back because they've got no DRS. And it's the DRS that makes the difference. That's what would have happened to me if I'd have started on the hards and not pit under the safety car. Better traction than Tsunoda, but his top speed's good. Having to use battery will get the move done, I think. We might even get Hauger as well if I can slipstream and then go up the inside of him. Oh god, we're going to be 3 wide. Why are you turning in? I'm still here! I was like, excuse me! I exist! Acknowledge me! He just... I know he's got Tsunoda on the right, but... I am alongside him. My front wheel is alongside his right wheel. My wing is almost halfway up his inside here, and then he just starts to turn in. Like, oi! Oi! What are you doing? I don't know how we don't pick up any damage there. We get so lucky. I have to go across the... He takes the corner as if I'm not there, basically. Lando's just gone. But probably because he's not had anyone around him to be slowing him up through all of the chicanes, etc. The Mercedes and the 2 Red Bulls have just been with each other and slowing up through the chicanes in each other's DRS, etc. So if you don't get caught in a train, then you can maybe get away from the train as that train battles one another. But if you get lost at the back of a train, it is hard to recover, as the Hasses are finding out. Our hard tyres are already 15% worn, but I'm just going to have to take them as far as I dare. I can't afford to make extra stops here, there and everywhere. We're just going to have to run the hard tyres to like 60% and then stop. We've got mediums set next. That's what we'll do. Wants me to stop on lap 27 to 48, which is quite a large window. All aboard the Gasly train. Actually, Gasly's disappeared out front now. He's managed to get away a little bit. It's the Ferrari and the Mercedes there that are at the front now. There might be points for us today. Maybe, yet still. I'm glad the race has had much more entertainment in it than I feared it might do. Hello, everyone. Me, please. Are you going to acknowledge me on your outside, on your inside, Esteban? Or are you going to try and turn in on me as well? I think he did. I think he did a little bit. I heard contact. I definitely heard contact. Did he just try and turn in on me or not? Well, that Renault engine sounds awful. Oh, look, I do have damage. On the right-hand side of my wing there, you can see that there is a little bit of damage on the end plate. So you do have a teeny bit of damage, but it hasn't been affecting our performance so far. No, he didn't. He turned in late. It's just a little bit of a brush. We did not start on the hards. No, we started on softs and then pit under a safety car for hards. And we might make a couple of positions here. There you go. 218 miles an hour, peak velocity, brake. That is us in the points. Now is where it's going to get harder and harder to work your way through the traffic, because every car in front of us now is going to be more evenly matched for us in terms of pace. Thankfully, Bottas is out of DRS range in front, and he's on the more worn soft tyres, and they're pitting. So Sainz pitting from his mediums, Bottas from his softs. The first round of pit stops is coming now. We were the only one to stop, purely just tactically for fresh tyres under the safety car. Lance Stroll, of course, pit for a new front wing. So we're now P8. We're going to stop for mediums probably about lap 32 or 3, I think. Max Verstappen in the pits now. So we're up to P7 for the time being. They all started on hards, so he'll be going to mediums to the end from here. That's Pierre in, and Lewis as well. Pitting from their hards now, and Perez. So we're up to P4 currently, briefly. Now we find out who's got more pace, me or Leclerc. Because he's not got DRS. Spoiler alert, probably Charles Leclerc. So we're going to briefly be on the in a podium position. But actually, we're going to be P2 because Norris is in the pits as well. I'll try and take these to lap 30 if I can. Just so my medium tyres have a chance to have a significant pace advantage. But I don't know whether it's going to work or not by the end of the race. Leclerc is in. So we are now leading the race for the next 2 laps until we pit. Lando's only 2 seconds behind me now. Good lord, that train. Ocon is yet to stop, I think. Yeah, Ocon hasn't stopped yet. So he's taken those mediums a long way. Really long way. It is going to be absolute murder trying to get through that train again. Yeah, you're right. Right now it says we'll come out 16th when we pit. Which is probably, what, between the Haas and the Ferrari? Yeah, between the Haas and the Ferrari. We're in that little gap. As they go through the Ascari chicane, we'll come out behind the Ferrari, right at the very back of that train. Ocon does now pit on lap 29. Which shows that the medium tyres will go that far. Which is good news for us, because we're going to need to take them 23 odd laps. But I'm going to box this lap for medium tyres. And coming out of the pits is going to be mental, because we're going to come out basically in that train. And have about 7 different cars to try and not hit coming out of the pit lane. So because Lando and George are fighting so much, it's bringing the 2 Red Bulls and Pierre back into the picture. I'm not sure where Lewis is actually. Lewis is in this train with a Ferrari. That's Lewis just into turn 1 now. So we have come out in P15. We will have fresher tyres than everybody in front, and even perhaps softer tyres than some of those in front that will have gone to hard tyres. Those that started on the softs will have gone to mediums that will be more worn, or hards, like Charles Leclerc. They've gone medium hard rather than going medium soft. Ourselves and Stroll will be the only 2 that end up 2 stopping. But now we've got fresh tyres on. 23 laps on a set of mediums to the end. Got new mediums and new softs at any point. If at any point there's a safety car and we feel like we can get a cheap pit stop to come in and refresh our tyres once more. But we shall make that decision as and when that time comes. use battery to try and get within DRS of Piastri before the section point, which we have done. Now the hunt begins for points. Hello. Excuse me. Oh, that was forceful, but we did it.
Good job. Nice overtake.
So, aiming for the front of this train, effectively, is as far as I think we might get, which is P7. Aiming for a P7 if we can pull it off. Ultimately, I guess, aiming to finish in front of Lewis. George is going to get loads of points and may even go top of the driver's standings if it stays similar to as is. So this three-way title fight is very much on now. We're going to be very close. We're going to be basically switching each Grand Prix weekend as to whether we're fighting George or Lewis, as to which is our main rival. Ultimately, I think they're both basically the same level of threat. If I can finish ahead of either or both of them in any Grand Prix, then it is a benefit to us. For obvious reasons. So I will try and get Lewis by the end of the race. And they're in this train just in front of us, so you'd like to think we should be able to do that. We're going for it. Lewis is at the head of this train now. Charles Leclerc is trying to do the same as me. He's trying to work his way back through. Tsunoda's trying to dip in his slipstream. I'm trying to do the same. Everybody but the car at the front has DRS. So, I don't even know where to position myself here. Maybe get round Charles, who got caught out there. He tried to take a position and ended up losing two. Then we got a run on Tsunoda as well. And Albon maybe with this battery, but I am having to take a very wide line. I can't cut into his slipstream because of Tsunoda. P11. Alex broke very early there, which had me a bit concerned that I broke too late, but actually he just broke very early. Hi, Nick. Excuse me. On the outside of Nick De Vries. Only just, but got it done. Out of DRS range of those in front now because we had to take that awkward line, but we'll be back in them soon enough. Lando's disappeared again, look, up front, because everybody else is in that gaggle. Pierre could finish P2, he could finish P5. Hi, Carlos. You might be driving a pretty car, mate, but... Ooh. That wasn't a pretty overtake.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
Forced him offline, managed to make it stick in the end, but that wasn't exactly how I saw that going. Lando's just basically proving how much time you lose when you battle another car. Which is why in-game and in real life, if you're not genuinely challenging that car for position, it's worth occasionally just letting them go because of the time you lose effectively from your time it takes to get from the beginning to the end of the race. Your overall race time can take such a massive hit if you just continue to battle someone, which is what Hauger and Hamilton are doing here. We may stand a chance of catching Bottas, perhaps, but I'm not sure by the end of the race. There's a yellow flag behind. A Haas is going slowly on the straight. One of the Haas's is retiring. No safety car, please. Quite happy where I am with the tyres that I'm on. K-Mag is out. I was wide there because of that. Distracted to see which Haas it was. Piastri still running in the train behind us. I'm intrigued to see what the gap is to Bottas and if it may well come down, or is coming down. Well, it's definitely coming down, but is it coming down by enough? That's what we need to know. Not going to catch Pierre and co. One of the Red Bulls has gotten away. A double slipstream might get us both Lewis and Hauger here. Although we're under yellows because of the stricken Haas, so I can't make the overtake. But now we're green flag racing again, so I can slip up the inside. Oh! Oh, no! It's alright.
Okay, safety car deployed. Safety
Oh,
car's
God!
deployed. Watch your delta.
What's happening?
Make sure you keep it positive as we catch the pack. Okay, the officials have deployed the safety car due to
I think the
multiple
safety...
cars being stopped on track. Mind your delta.
I think the safety car came out because I just absolutely lost it. I've somehow not gotten damage there. Oh my lord. What happened? That's getting used to full traction. Sorry, no traction. I have got some front wing damage because of it. Do I pit for a set of mediums? I might box for another set of mediums.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
That was just pure chaos. Change the wing as well. It will cost us track position, but ultimately, hopefully, we will be okay. Sorry, Lando. I know you've just gotten away. I'm not the only one to pit either. Sainz is pitting in front of me as well, so he must have taken some damage colliding with me. That was just chaos. I could not get control of the car back again. Now we're P19 again. Now we're P19 again. As long as the safety car doesn't come in this lap, we're alright, and I don't think it is. That's so annoying. We've just gotten ourselves back up to 6th, and I've absolutely binned it. Thrown it away. Myself and Carlos Sainz will have a tyre advantage on absolutely everyone now, though. So, nearly binning it might end up making our race. Weirdly. What? Bottas is out? Is Bottas... Bottas? Valtteri? Valtteri? What happened? Valtteri? Where are you, sir? You were like P5 or P6. Oh dear. Valtteri's engine has blown behind the safety car. Right, safety car in this lap. Prepare to resume racing. When are we going? Now. We've gone. We're off. Bloody hell. It's a car park, isn't it? It's an absolute car park.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
Oh, I'm off track. Calm down, Ches. Try and get a Wasser if I can. He's quicker in a straight line, but I'll have him under braking. Hello. No. He'll have me. Hello, goodbye. Right, let's try again. Excuse me, Ayumu. Thank you, Ayumu. Sorry about that, Ayumu. It's basically just a train of 20 cars now, isn't it? Now it's a case of who's brave enough to throw it down the inside and make it stick at any part of the circuit. I'm brave enough, but whether I've got the talent or not, I don't know. Most would probably say, judging by the amount of flashbacks, no, I don't. Hi, Yuki. Excuse me, Yuki. Oh, Carlos Sainz went so far off track. Swung back on and everybody had to slam their brakes on. I got a warning for the collision, but I think that's a bit unfair. Try and get him into the parabolica up the inside, force him wide. Now let's try and get Carlos. The hunt for points continues. P15, 10 laps to go.
Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 5 laps old. They've got some kind of mechanical problem. Your last lap time
Yeah, I
was,
thought it was saying something about Sainz earlier, but
Good job. You're gaining by a full second a lap.
the message got cut because it was telling me about DRS. But Sainz has got an issue and he's not very fast. Oh god, this is going to be bad. He might have an issue though. But with fresh tyres, he might be able to still do something.
We're currently trailing our teammate by 6.6 seconds.
Oh god, they're going 3 wide in front. Battery. Carlos Sainz got a mechanical issue, but he's got an inside line. We're through. That's P14. We're getting there slowly. But it is only slowly at the moment. We need to make some double or triple overtakes at some point soon. Got the run on Lawson, that's for sure. Seven laps. 8 laps. And it's car park central at turn 1 again. But we'll get De Vries. Oh, Alex Albon was already struggling on those medium tyres before the safety car.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Christ knows. Probably shouldn't have stuck my nose up inside into that chicane for a second time. To be fair to him, this time Ocon did try and turn in later. No DRS here is going to kill him. We're in the points again.
And gap to the car in front is 1.6 seconds.
And we're chasing. Lando's P9! How has Lando gone from P1 to P9?
Lando's ahead of you now. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 1.6 seconds.
Oh dear.
Old mediums.
What happened?
They've done 21 laps on those tyres. They've got some kind of mechanical
Oh.
problem. Time last lap,
There you go.
1:24.
Similar to Carlos Sainz, he's struggling with straight line speed.
Amazing.
This is why he's dropped back. It's unfortunate for him because he was surely nailed on for a win. That's Piastri dealt with. Lando Norris should be as straightforward as they come. And then we're after George Russell in P7, who's fallen back as well. Lando with mechanical problem dealt with. Now then, here's the real challenge. 3.5 seconds to try and close down Russell and Hauger. But both Mercedes are in that group. Pierre is P3 currently behind both the Red Bulls. But he's battling with one of the Red Bulls, I believe. And now he might be back in P2, actually.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.7
6
seconds.
laps. P8. 3 seconds to 3 more cars. Including both my championship rivals. And we have a significant tyre advantage. Which is... I feel bad almost because it was my mess up that caused the safety car. And as a result, I'm going to get probably a better finish than I was going to pre-safety car. But I didn't do it. It's not like I nearly crashed on purpose. It's not like I purposefully told the game to call out a safety car. Nobody actually crashed. Apart from maybe Sainz losing an M plate or something. But that doesn't need a safety car. And you're right, everybody else had the opportunity to pit under the safety car and put new tyres on as well. They all elected not to. So they all could have had a fresh tyre advantage. They just didn't have enough faith in themselves to get the moves done. But we are getting the moves done. That's George. Now Lewis. Or perhaps more accurately, oh my god, Lewis Hamilton. Now Lewis and Dennis. P5. 4 laps to close down Leclerc for a P4. Chesnoid will be investigated after the race for crashing suspiciously. It was on the FIA for calling the safety car. They didn't have to. A VSC would have sufficed.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining.
I was down to 12th. Verstappen and Gasly continue to fight, which might bring them back into me and Charles Leclerc. 3 laps, 3.3 seconds. Lewis has DRS still, so I'm not able to shake Lewis at the moment. But him having DRS of me is helping him shake Dennis Hauger. I could maybe get Charles. I'm going to be within DRS range for the main straight on the last lap. P4 is a possibility.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Good, I've only got 1 lap of race left.
This is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Pierre is still P2 as we start the final lap. Come on, Ches, get Charles. May well be my teammate next year. I think it's probably going to be Leclerc or Senna, I imagine. Got too excited. Verstappen still P3. And I'm going to be P4. He went defensive. No, Pierre. Pierre's dropped a long way back. I'm going to take a podium off Pierre.
Green flag.
Verstappen must have got very, very aggressive with him. In here, Pierre is in front. Does he make a mistake? Oh, Pierre locks up into the Ascari chicane, and it's going to cost him. It's going to cost him P2. And if I can get my power down as soon as possible and my battery, I'm not quite going to get him, am I? We're going to be to the line again, myself and Pierre. And almost in exactly the same manner as the last Grand Prix, he beats me to the line by 1/3 of a car length. It's P4 and Pierre is on the podium. What could have been in both the last Grand Prix. Crucially though, we finished ahead of both Mercedes. I guess technically true as well. We both finished ahead of both the Mercedes for the constructors as well, but constructors wise we're nowhere near. With the Drivers' Championship though, that is significantly going to help. So I do extend my championship lead at the top of the table. We nab Charles Leclerc. We don't qualify P4 or better. I was 20th. But what a race. Overtakes are plenty. Probably more overtakes than we've done in any race all season. And a P4 for us in the end. Unbelievable. Right, race simulator. Let's get Pierre better as well, shall we? Team building will do very well. Second driver performance. I've only got 3 days, though. Do I do chassis or do I do... I'm going to try and get Pierre to be better. Right, I've got enough. There we go. Front flaps are done. Right. Drag reduction, please. Make me better in a straight line. I desperately need it. I can't afford to do anything else there. Can't afford to do anything here. So we are going to wait. How much is that? 1,500. I can nearly actually do the front downforce. It's intriguing. Although it will be capacity reached. Or will it now that we're spec 3? I don't know. It shouldn't be actually. See if everything else passes though, which it doesn't. So we'll go and put that back on. That'll be the rear downforce. And it's still 700 for that minor upgrade, so we're still spending resource points. I'll show you the driver's standings in a moment. Front nose cone structure passes though, thankfully. We'll skip and advance that. Now I'm praying that it doesn't rain in Singapore. So we are, as you can see there, 13 points clear of Lewis Hamilton and 17 points clear of George Russell. So the three-way fight at the top of the championship continues. The Constructors has closed a bit. Pierre is still P7, but has closed on Charles Leclerc, and they're both, in turn, closing on Yuki, who, unfortunately for him, changed... Oh, Jesus, look at that. Look. Changed from Aston Martin to Alfa Romeo and has gone from maybe winning or finishing on the podium, or at least near top 5 finishes as a minimum. He's gone from there to 16th, 11th, 14th, and 18th. Sorry, Yuki. The game has screwed you there, mate. With Singapore coming next, it's going to be a very, very intriguing one. We'll go to the race weekend and see what the weather is going to be like. Do not rain. Oh, I don't think it is going to rain. It isn't going to rain. What? Thunderstorms for qualifying, though. Bloody hell. So full wets in quali, although it is going to dry up towards the end of the session, apparently. And then a fully dry Grand Prix in Singapore. It's obviously always a long one in Singapore, so buckle yourselves in for that. But we're fine for components for the rest of the season. So I'm quite happy with that now. We don't need to take any more grid pens anywhere, thankfully. So we're sorted. We're absolutely sorted for the rest of the season. And hopefully we can win the championship still. Let's have a look at the R&D progress, actually. We've taken a sharp uptick, as have Alpine, actually, with the passing of our weight reduction. Everyone else is slightly improving, other than Red Bull and Aston Martin, who have levelled off. McLaren now above Aston Martin and Red Bull and back up to 3rd in the performance index. Singapore's a really good track. I very much enjoy it. And of course now, with the new layout as well, it's going to take out part of the tricky section that I wasn't very good at. However, unfortunately, it's added in a longer straight where the Mercedes will be better than me. So, swings and roundabouts, really. We'll wait and see how we do at Singapore. The next stream, or the next video on this second channel will probably be Creator Series, also from Monza, which is Saturday. Do join me for that, which will be tomorrow as you see this. Do join me for that on stream Saturday afternoon. I'd very much appreciate your support. And of course, we will be live for my team on Sunday at Singapore if you'd like to join me for that. And then the video of that will come on Monday. That is all for me for now here, though, on stream, or sorry, on YouTube for today. Thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like. I think that many overtakes deserves it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more content. You guys have been loving My Team recently, so thank you for your continued support. Make sure you're subscribed. Join me on Twitch, and I'll see you in the next one.